Dallas AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken at the 3. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going. Going out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
We go to that. 180.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
Hold on. Check.
On 1st and 10, gone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well. And
in this early round, the defense wins. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Gone. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. He was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his 2nd NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. First down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
What? 120.
Switch up.
Throwing on second and long. Gone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to air it out deep for Wood, and that's caught inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
Like 20.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Hey, 5.
Kill. Turn. Kill.
To the air again. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. From the gun on third down. Gone. And that is incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott caught by Cobb. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Prescott to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Corey Littleton, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long.
54. Mike 54.
We're going to 53.
Check three.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bryce Hager. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Gone. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, you know, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Blue kill. Tight dog.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 1st downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Prescott throwing complete to Cobb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Prescott, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grit to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards. First down, Rams.
What? 180.
Right 54.
Gurley again here on first down. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. 7 yards there and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On first down, it's Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a carry for Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Tight down. There you go.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Out of the gun. Gone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, it's Pollard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Prescott now from the 50. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They will run with Grant. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott from the gun. That's complete to Kyle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 30. When you think about the two quarterbacks in this game, Goff and Prescott, of course, Jared Goff, the first pick back in the 2016 class. Prescott, that same class, but he was in the 4th round, pick number 135. But Dak would take home Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Fear not, though, for Jared Goff. He would recover, of course, and lead the Rams to Super Bowl 53 and that eventual loss to the Patriots. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Prescott now. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys cut into that lead. They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now gone. He's going to air one out. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They'll have a first down past the 40. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Now Austin. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they...
There he goes, right side! Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. He's at the 30. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant.
47. All right, kill.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's Pollard again. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
All day, dog.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Check Mike 54.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott lets it fly deep for Cobb. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
180. 54 Mike.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw is Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a second and long. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now Prescott on fourth down. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Gone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Cooper fast with the feet. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Corey Littleton picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no doubt about it.
Maybe some pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for L.A., the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?